Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is another top 5 rental teams video. This is the February 2020 edition. So every month I will release a new one of these for you guys to stay up to date with the current meta. So these are 5 of the best teams in the game right now, and I include the rental code for you right over there. If this is your first time watching one of my top 5 rental team guides, the way it works is that I will show you each of the 5 teams and tell you how to use them, how to make it work. Then after I talk about each team, the next part of the video, I will actually show you a battle in ranked matches using the team and getting a win with the team so you can see how it works if you're more of a visual learner. To navigate this video, since it is pretty long, you're going to want to use the pinned comment down below. The pinned comment below has timestamps, and you use those timestamps to watch the video. So you can watch it all the way through if you want, but what most people do is they'll watch or they'll skip around at the beginning, find a team that you like, okay? Then go to the comments down below and you'll see what that team is called. And so it's either team 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And then you'll click the part of the video where it shows me using that team. So it'll say team 1 battle at, and there'll be a time. You click on that time and it'll take you right to the match. So that way you can try out all the teams. The codes for each team are in the description of the video. So if you want to use a specific team, just look in the description. The rental code is there. In addition to including the rental code, this time I'm going to include the Poképaste for all the teams as well. So if you go in the description of the video, not only can you use the rental code to test out the teams, if you really fall in love with one of them, or you maybe want to make one minor change, you can go and look at the Poképaste, which tells you all the EVs, IVs, and moves of every Pokemon, as well as the ability and what item they're holding. So what you can't see on here is the EVs and IVs. That is in the description of the video. And lastly, if you've never used a rental team before, I have a complete guide on how to use rental teams as well. And that'll be at the very bottom of the pinned comment. So if you don't know how to register a rental team, just go to that pinned comment again at the very bottom. There's a step-by-step guide. It's only like a 2 or 3 minute video. It'll walk you through the whole process, guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the teams. This team that's been behind me this whole time, I'm starting with this one because I absolutely adore the team. You'll see me kind of looking back and forth because I'm looking at the team, and Rotom Mow is my favorite form of Rotom. You'll notice right off the bat, guys, Tyranitar, Excadrill, very common sand lead. That's always good to lead with sand. However, you know, because it's so good, a lot of people are prepared to deal with it. So there's lots of different things you can do with this team as well. Excadrill, of course, has the Sand Rush ability, which basically makes it outspeed any Pokemon when it's in the sand. And with Tyranitar Sandstream, it sets the sand for Excadrill. So it's a very good combination. Scrafty has Intimidate, which obviously lowers the opponent attack. It has a Lumberry, which Scrafty is a very common target for Will-O-Wisp, which lowers its attack and sets a burn. Lumberry will heal that right off the bat. Scrafty, of course, has Fake Out, so if you see your opponent, you know, is going to lead with Whimsicott, you can bring in Scrafty, and it can get the Fake Out on Whimsicott, so they can't set up on that turn 1, which is very useful. You have to be careful with Scrafty, because if you see a Togekiss, though, and even with Whimsicott, Scrafty is weak to Fairy, so be careful when you're using it. Rotom is amazing for going up against Toxapex or Gastrodon. Jellicent is really great for the mirror match. So if you see a team that's leading with T-Tar and Excadrill, I would send out Jellicent. Jellicent can actually use Strength Sap on any physical attacker and lower their physical attack, plus heal itself, even if it's going slow. You'll notice Jellicent also has Trick Room and Imprison. So if you're going against a very fast team and you're leading with like Jellicent and Rotom, and you know they're slower, you can throw a Trick Room off. But mainly this is to counter Trick Room. So if you're going up against a Trick Room team and you know your only chance of beating that team is to not use Trick Room, what you want to do is lead Jellicent, use Imprison on turn 1, and that way they can't use Trick Room anymore after turn 1. And if they do get the Trick Room off on turn 2, you'll use Trick Room to cancel their Trick Room. That's how the Trick Room counter works, and they can't do Trick Room again as long as Jellicent's alive. This team actually ranked in the top 8 at Dallas Regionals. It was made by Ryan Chambers, also known as Deagle Beagle. You'll see right there, it says Ryan. This is the team ID. So he has posted a little bit of a description of this in the Poke Paste. You'll notice the Rotom has Will-O-Wisp. That's because none of the other Pokemon on this team has status moves. There's no Thunder Wave. There's no poison moves. So the only status move we really have is Will-O-Wisp on Rotom. That being said, it's a really good one because when you get the burn on a Pokemon, not only does it damage their health every turn, it lowers their attack. So the ideal with Will-O-Wisp is you want to get it off on physical attackers. Braviary, can obviously set a Tailwind, which makes all your Pokemon 1.5 times faster. It's also really good because of the ability Defiant, which anytime you lower Braviary's stats, it actually sharply increases its attack. So that increases attack by 2 stages. So if you see your opponent has a Scrafty, you know it's probably Intimidate. If you feel they're going to lead with Scrafty, you lead with Braviary, and right off the bat, you have a +2 Braviary. And of course, if you're worried about, electric attacks from other Rotoms being put on your Braviary, Tailwind turns into Max Guard when you're Dynamax, but it also has some HP EVs to kind of tank some of those hits. If your opponent does get a Will-O-Wisp off on Braviary and lower its attack because it's burned, that's what Facade is for, which actually becomes more powerful than any move once you're inflicted by a status condition, in this case, burn. So that's why Facade's on the set. A really, really popular Pokemon I'm seeing all over the place right now is Solar Power Charizard. If you see Solar Power Charizard, you can lead with either T-Tar Excadrill, just be careful, Excadrill could get burned, or T-Tar Jellicent. And your opponent, if they have a Pokemon with Drought or they have Sunny Day Whimsicott, will turn off your Sandstream right away on the T-Tar. However, one max Rockfall from T-Tar will kill any Charizard, even if it's Dynamaxed. So that's why T-Tar is so good. And if it doesn't Dynamax, you can get away with a Rock Slide. So if you go in with Tyranitar and Excadrill and your opponent doesn't set the sun right away, you just double Rock Slide. Keep in mind, Excadrill is Focus Sash, so it can take one hit no matter what. And that Charizard's gone. So awesome lead. There's lots of different things you can do with this team, guys. Check out the video and the timestamps right now if you want to see me using it in action, getting a win on the ladder. Each of these explanations is going to be on the shorter side because it's already going to be such a long video with so many teams to cover. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below and I'll definitely get back to you. Let's take a look at team number 2. Okay guys, here is team number 2, and this team is another banger. This team is so awesome. I'm excited. If you notice I look a little different, it's because I looked like a plum for the first 10 minutes of the video. I tried to change a little bit, but now that I'm seeing myself on screen, I kind of still look like a plum. That's okay. Let me explain the team, guys. This is a Perish Trap team, and it's one of the best Perish Trap teams in the format. If you guys remember my last video, I had a Perish Trap team on there featuring Lapras, but also G-Max Anaconda. I think I like this one more, guys. So here's how this team works. The move Perish Song, which the only Pokemon on the team that knows Perish Song is Lapras, makes all Pokemon that hear the song faint within 3 turns. Now, if you switch out, you won't faint. So if your opponent, if you do a Perish Song and your opponent switches out before the 3 turns are up, the Perish Song won't work. However, Gothitelle has a very nice ability, Shadow Tag, which prevents your opponent from switching out any Pokemon, which is awesome. If Gothitelle does get knocked out, then Shadow Tag is no longer in effect and your opponent can switch out. However, what's better than one Gothitelle? 2 Gothitelles. But you can't have 2 Gothitelles on one team, so we have a Eviolite Gothorita. The Eviolite makes its defense and special defense almost the same as Gothitelle. So it's basically like having 2 Gothitelles. And the idea with this team, guys, is not to attack your opponent at all. You don't want to KO any of their Pokemon, basically. You just want to stall. Stall. So if you can lead with Lapras and Gothitelle and get a Perish Song off, then you want to do whatever you can to stall out the next 2 turns with Protect. On the first turn, Fake Out is fantastic to use on their non-Dynamaxer. Then what you do is you switch out the Lapras so it doesn't faint from the Perish Song, and the last song of the Perish Song, you switch out the Gothitelle. Now, if the Gothitelle gets KO'd, you'll have Gothorita come in. They'll have 2 Pokemon left. You can also have an offensive approach and KO those first 2 Pokemon. If you can get your opponent down to 2 Pokemon and you have more than 2 Pokemon left, you pretty much are guaranteed a win. There are so many tools in this team that can help you do that. Hitmontop has the eject button, so you can lead Hitmontop Get the Intimidate off if you're going up against physical attackers, and then when Hitmontop gets attacked, he'll eject out, and you can bring in Lapras, Gothitelle, you can bring in Arcanine, get another Intimidate off, and your opponents are trapped in if you're with Gothitelle. It's so good. Gothitelle can also use Trick Room if you want to take advantage of that. If your opponent used Trick Room, we don't care. We don't need to turn off the Trick Room. We don't need to counter it. We're just trying to get them to stay in for 3 turns. You've got a Togekiss with Follow Me to distract from, if it's in there with Lapras, so Lapras can get the Parasong off. Another key thing is you'll notice, besides Hitmontop, every single Pokemon on this team has Protect. That's because we want to stall. So we protect as much as possible just to eat up turns. We don't have to do any damage when the opponent is going to get knocked out in 3 turns anyways, no matter what we do. Arcanine also has Safeguard, which prevents you from, going to sleep, things like that, which is super helpful. It has Snarl, which will lower the special attack of both attackers. So Arcanine, right off the bat, can lower physical attack and special attack on turn 1 to both of your opponent's Pokemon. Just be careful, guys. If you see Corviknight, it probably has Mirror Armor. So for Mirror Armor Corviknight, you do not want to bring your Intimidate users. It'll just get reflected back at you and be kind of a waste. Fake Out on turn 1 is always a must, or if you're switching in, you definitely want to use Fake Out. If you want to see how this team really works, this is a great one where a visual example helps. So you can jump, you look at the timestamps, jump to where I'm using this team. But everyone on this team is so good. Hitmontop, no matter how fast their opponents are, let's say they lead T-Tar Excadrill, Hitmontop can one-shot either one of those. With Close Combat and Mach Punch, will basically get it down to like almost no health. So if you need to, just Intimidate them with your Hitmontop and your Arcanine, bring them both down, and then a Snarl and a Mach Punch will KO either one right off the bat. Then you can start to get Gothitelle and Lapras in to set up Parasong for the end game. There's so many different ways you can use this team. If you think you can knock out their 2 lead Pokemon, just save Lapras in the back, and you might not even need Gothitelle, because if you get them down to 2 Pokemon, you don't need to Shadow Tag them to lock them in. So that's the key thing here. And I'm so silly. I said that Hitmontop doesn't have Protect. It has Detect, which is essentially the same thing. Gothorita also gets Heal Pulse, which is amazing because you can just heal up if, you're in there with Gothorita and Lapras and they keep going after the Lapras because they know what you're doing. They know that's a Parasong user. You can keep healing it with Gothorita. And once you're down to 2 Pokemon, Togekiss can come in and just spam Follow Me. You really don't need to Dynamax to win this unless you're just Dynamaxing to get max guards off. There's no reason to Dynamax. This team is really fun to use. That's why it's the 2nd team on the list. Again, go to that battle. If you watch any battle in this video, watch that one because it's the best one in terms of showing how a team works. My opponent actually gets so frustrated they give up, but the team, you can see how it works so well in that video. It turned out so great. That's why I included that battle on this list. So go check it out, guys, and we will head on over to Team 3. Let me know if you have questions on this team in the comments. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, welcome to Team 3, and this is Team 3 for a reason. It actually took 3rd in regionals at the VGC tournament in Dallas recently. It is a very fun team to use. If you are ranked high on the ladder right now, you'll probably recognize some of the themes of this team. So Whimsicott with Sunny Day is very popular right now, and it's popular because of Solar Power Charizard. Obviously, you lead Whimsicott and Charizard, you get the Sunny Day off, and all of Charizard's fire attacks just destroy in the sun. You don't even have to Dynamax because Heat Wave hits both of your opponent's Pokemon with extreme power in the sun. That's why it's so good. You can also use Whimsicott to get a Tailwind off, and with its ability Prankster, it'll move before anyone else does. So there's lots of options with this team. Your weakness is Tyranitar, so if you see T-Tar Excadrill, be wary. But other than that, Whimsicott with pretty much anything is good. Whimsicott and Duraludon is also an amazing lead. And another pair you could either lead with or save in the back are Rhyperior and Bronzong. Bronzong is a Trick Room setter, and Rhyperior just destroys in Trick Room. And if it destroys the mirror matchup too, so if you see yourself going against Charizard Whimsicott, Rhyperior is so good. Bronzong is really annoying because it knows Hypnosis. Butterfree is annoying because it knows Sleep Powder, and with Compound Eyes, it makes that Sleep Powder hit a lot more. Just keep in mind, Sleep Powder will put anyone to sleep, but except for Grass type. So if it's a Grass type, it will not put it to sleep. You can lead with a lot of stuff besides the standard Whimsicott Charizard, Whimsicott Duraludon, Bronzong Rhyperior. Obviously, Butterfree is a great lead on itself that you can combo with a lot of different things. So Stalwart Duraludon, that ability will allow it to attack whichever Pokemon you want, regardless if your opponent uses Follow Me. If you see a team where you know that they're going to be using Follow Me to try to kind of get you to bait the attacks into a different Pokemon, you can lead Duraludon, and Stalwart will allow you to hit the Pokemon you're actually trying to attack, which is very helpful. And you can also bring in Charizard. Even if they use Follow Me, Heat Wave will hit both Pokemon. Rock Slide on Rhyperior will hit both Pokemon. So those are all really, really good. Rhyperior has a weakness policy, which is very common, but it's common because it's good. Rhyperior has a lot of weaknesses, but it still has good defense, so it can take hits. So once Rhyperior gets hit, its weakness policy goes off, and it can take a super effective hit even when it's not Dynamaxed from a T-Tar, as we will see in the battle. So definitely go check out that battle, guys, if you're interested in seeing this team get the win. And keep in mind, the battle that I've included in this video, it was like my first or second time using the team, and I really didn't understand it yet, and I was still able to get a win in ranked. If you see, a great Trick Room counter, Bronzong Rhyperior, or if you're going up against a fast team and you want to sit Trick Room yourself, Bronzong Rhyperior, you can't go wrong. Bronzong also has Speed Swap, which is very nice. If you don't want a Trick Room, you can just make their Pokemon the slowest ones on the field and make your Bronzong the fastest one on the field, which is pretty cool. We'll talk a little bit about Butterfree. Besides having the Compound Eyes and the Sleep Powder, it also has Pollen Puff, which in addition to being a powerful bug attack, can also heal your Pokemon if you use it on yourself. Rage Powder is basically Follow Me, but it doesn't work for Grass types. And then it has Protect. Charizard also has the Protect. We talked about Solar Power. Life Orb makes it do even more damage. Solar Beam, if you're winning with Whimsicott and you set the sun, you can use Solar Beam in one turn. You don't have to wait for it to charge. And then Hurricane is another really good special attack, but it only has 70 accuracy. We only want Hurricane for when we Dynamax Charizard and use it for max Airstream, which gives us a speed boost. Duraludon has Assault Vest, so it makes it a tank when it comes to special defense, and it's really made for Dynamaxing with Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, Draco Meteor. However, Dragon Tail can help you get rid of Pokemon that Charizard's weak against before they have a chance to go after the Charizard. Dragon Tail will make your opponent switch that Pokemon out, which is really good. So if you lead Whimsicott Duraludon, get a Tailwind Dragon Tail turn 1 is a really, really smart move. So guys, again, if you search for Andrew Gibb Team, which is right there, if you search for that, you can read a little bit more on his Twitter he doesn't have an article about the team yet, but again, this is another one where the video that I was able to get is very helpful. Shows you the power of this team and the strength of the team and how it can really get some come from behind victories, even if you're unsure of how to use it yet. So this is a great one to start with. So if you're interested in using this team, guys, use the comment below. Go ahead and go to that timestamp. And if you have any questions on this team, let me know down below. And with this team pretty much wrapped up, we'll move on to team number 4. Okay, guys, here we have team number 4. And again, these teams are all good, guys. That's why they're on the list. This team, the reason why it's good and the reason why it's really fun is because of the sheer offensive presence. Now, you'll notice this. This is the first team where there is no Trick Room setter or Trick Room counter, really. I mean, there is a Trick Room. There's a way to fight Trick Room with this team, but there's no hard Trick Room counter. You'll also notice this is the first team where we have these massive physical attackers that are just there to deal damage. If you just want to come in and hit hard, this might be the team for you. So we've got Haxorus, Dracovish, these extremely powerful Pokemon. And we'll explain a little bit of how it works. Glaceon is also a Pokemon that you really don't see every day in competitive, which also makes the team pretty fun. Of course, Freeze Dry just eats Toxapex, Gastrodon, and Lapras for breakfast. So that's why Glaceon's really, really fun to bring. Also, dragons are really weak against ice-type moves, so that's great. The Hyper Beam is really just there to max strike when it's Dynamax, but it's hard because there's a lot of stuff like Charizard that's very popular in the meta right now that makes it so we can't bring Glaceon to a lot of matchups, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Duraludon, always good. Similar set to last time, guys. Stalwart ability, which allows you to attack whichever Pokemon you want, even if they use Follow Me. Life Orb, a great Dynamax set. The Life Orb just lets it do more damage. It, of course, is max special attack. And just like the last set, this has Dragon Tail. So if we're going up against an opponent with Earthquake or something that Duraludon no likey, Duraludon say bye-bye. Whimsicott is always a great lead to pair with any of these Pokemon. Tailwind with Dracovish and Officious Rend is great. Dracovish using a Rock Slide, though, is also really good. And Haxorus using an Earthquake is good. So you can Earthquake Haxorus turn 1, and with Togekiss, you can Dazzling Gleam, so it's like a double hit because Earthquake won't touch the Togekiss. So that's really nice. Haxorus also has Close Combat, Iron Tail, Dragon Claw for coverage, and also good Dynamax moves. So the Haxorus is really good. The White Herb will allow it to use a Close Combat, which lowers its defense and special defense, and basically negate the effect of that. So once it consumes the White Herb, its defense and special defense will be restored. So it's like a free Close Combat. That's why that is really good. This Whimsicott, in addition to having Tailwind and Moonblast, which pretty much all Whimsicotts do, it has Taunt, and I can't emphasize enough how good Taunt is. It prevents your opponent from setting up. Those Butterfrees will no longer be able to use Sleep Powder and Rage Powder. You can taunt other Whimsicotts so they can't use Tailwinds. Now, here's the problem, though, and why I'm a little iffy on this. If you go against a matchup against another Whimsicott, and you're both max speed, right, with a nature that benefits your speed, the game will literally flip a coin to decide which Whimsicott goes first. So if their Whimsicott goes first and gets their Tailwind off, you're kind of sitting there screwed, because you'll get the taunt off after their Tailwind, but it really won't do any good because they got their Tailwind off. That's why I'm a little hesitant on using taunt when you're going against a mirror matchup, so be wary of that. Helping Hand will also power up your Pokemon's attack, so once you've taunted, you've Tailwinded, you can't really use Moonblast on anything. Whimsicott's kind of done its job. Just Helping Hand until it dies is a really safe way to go. This is the classic Togekiss set. Heat Wave is brilliant here. Hits both Pokemon for massive fire damage. Dazzling Gleam hits both Pokemon for massive fairy damage. Air Slash is a good move, can make your opponent flinch, especially with the Serene Grace ability. You should be able to flinch more than half the time, but also, of course, you can max Airstream, get that speed boost. Dracovish, I would hope, needs no introduction at this point. He's basically a vicious rending machine, but also be aware that Crunch and Rock Slide are actually really good here too. But it is choice banded into whatever move you chose. And this is actually a Dynamax viable Dracovish, especially with Giga Impact. That's mainly for the Max Strike to lower your opponent's speed. Whimsicott plus Duraludon, obviously a great lead. Whimsicott plus Dracovish, a great lead. There's lots of different great leads, and instead of leading Whimsicott, you could always throw Togekiss out there. Your opponent might think it's a Follow Me Togekiss with the other Pokemon you're running. You catch them off guard. Lead it with Haxorus, get an Earthquake off. So there's lots of different stuff you can do, guys. You can even lead with Haxorus and, Glaceon and hope your opponent's going to go for a Max Quake on the Glaceon and just bait a ground move into the Glaceon and then switch Togekiss out. That's another really, really great move. A lot of this team is weak to ground, so be aware if you're going up against the ground matchup, you're going to want to have a Togekiss somewhere that you bring with you. That makes sense. As always, be aware of what your opponent's bringing, and just be aware that this is very weak to ground, and Glaceon is very vulnerable to fire. What it helps to have Dracovish. Now, since Gastrodon and Jellicent are so common, you have to be careful bringing the Dracovish too. If you do bring the Dracovish, make sure you bring probably the Glaceon to go with it because of that freeze dry to help deal with the Pokemon that Vicious Rend really can't do anything to. So guys, if you want to get a more hands-on visual experience with how this team works, how we can get wins on ranked, go ahead, go to the timestamps below, jump over to that battle. I'll see you there. Otherwise, I am going to go right into Team 5. As always, let me know down below if you have any questions on this team. Okay, here is Team 5. You guys might recognize this team. This is the team that won regionals, came in first place in Dallas. If you do a lot of competitive, you'll probably see this team all over the ladder right now. Everyone's using it, but it's hard to not include on a top 5 list when it's technically number 1. Even though it's number 1, now that it's so common, it's not as good as it was when it was brand new. but it's still a really good team. It's still very fun to play, which led to me using it. And I gotta include the number 1 team. What's also really nice about this team, guys, if you go into the description of my video, this is the only team that doesn't have like an actual Poke Paste, but it still gives you all the EVs and IVs. It has an entire article that breaks down the team, explains every Pokemon so well, and explains how to lead against any matchup. So you can literally have that open on your phone or your computer, whatever. If you're playing ranked and you go against a certain team, you can be like, okay, they have this Pokemon, this Pokemon, this Pokemon. Go, it shows you what do I bring if I have this Pokemon, this Pokemon, this Pokemon. It's so good to have that resource. That's why this team is awesome. Right off the bat, it has some Pokemon that I really like. For example, the Togekiss with Yawn, Follow Me, and Helping Hand. Of course, Dazzling Gleam as well. I love Follow Me Togekiss. I love just being able to bring in a Pokemon and let that Pokemon do whatever it wants without having to worry about taking a hit just by using the Follow Me. And then Yawn is so good because if you know your opponent's going to Dynamax turn 1, you just Yawn that Pokemon. And on the following turn, it'll go to sleep. They'll waste their Dynamax, or they'll have to switch out. Forcing your opponent to switch out, even if you don't get it to fall asleep, is really, really good with Yawn. So that's why I love Togekiss in the back or the front. This Whimsicott was getting really, really popular actually before VGC. Now we're seeing more Sunny Day Whimsicott. But this Whimsicott is actually Fake Tears Whimsicott, which drastically lowers the special defense of the Pokemon you're going up against. So you bring in either Charizard or Duraludon and get Whimsicott doing a Fake Tears on the Pokemon that you're targeting, and then Charizard and Duraludon both are basically guaranteed a one-shot. Of course, it has Tailwind and Moonblast as well. And then Charm is so good because if you're going up against a really powerful physical attacker, you can charm it to the point where it's basically useless. That lowers the attack so much. We also have a Trick Room setup / counter, which is Jellicent and Conkeldurr. What's nice about this Conkeldurr is, even if you're not in Trick Room, if you're going up against T-Tart Excadrill, you can Mach Punch, and that'll get it down to like this much health, just a tiny bit of health, just from the Mach Punch alone. And since Excadrill is normally Focus Sashed anyways, if you double up on the Excadrill, if it doesn't cast Protect, you can knock out that Excadrill turn 1, or Mach Punch will do the same thing to the Tyranitar, so you can really do either one. It's really good for getting rid of those, saving your Charizard in the back. This Charizard, it's a Blaze Charizard, it's not Sunny Day, and it's really meant for Dynamaxing because there's no way to effectively use Solar Beam if you're not going to have the sun up. So you want to use this Charizard. If you're bringing it, you know that you want it to be your Dynamaxer. Blast Burn helps guarantee the KO on a lot of things that just, you know, a Dynamax Heat Wave or Flamethrower wouldn't guarantee KO. Blast Burn has a little more power. And of course, Air Slash, Max Airstream, you'll love to see it. Conkeldurr, you know, Drain Punch can also win you games by healing the Conkeldurr after every turn. So don't sleep on the Drain Punch, even though it has 75 base power. Mach Punch always goes first. Close Combat has the huge damage, 120. Rock Slide hits both Pokemon. So all 4 moves on Conkeldurr are brilliant. Jellicent, that can set the Trick Room for us. It can also Shadow Ball. So if you see like a Dusclops, you definitely want to bring your Trick Room Pokemon, and you want to Shadow Ball that Dusclops for sure. Water Spout is like Heat Wave, but for water, so it hits both Pokemon. Really good as long as you know your opponent's not hiding like a Gastrodon or something like that. Again, though, Strength Sap is similar to Charm on Whimsicott, except the only thing with Strength Sap is, in addition to harshly lowering your opponent's attack, Strength Sap will actually heal up your Jellicent as well. So I'm not going to go into too much more crazy detail than that, you know, other than, you know, Whimsicott, Duraludon, Whimsicott, Charizard, great leads. Jellicent, Conkeldurr, great leads. Even Jellicent, Duraludon can be a great lead. There's lots of different things you can do with this team. Because Aaron, who won regionals, did such a great job with his article explaining it, I'm going to leave the link to that in the description. You can go check that out. However, if you do want the more hands-on approach, if you want to see how the #1 team in the United States at Dallas Regionals works, it'll be in the timestamps below. Team number 5. Go ahead and check it out, guys. And that concludes my breakdown of all 5 teams. So now you can use the timestamps to go to whatever team that you want to get a better glimpse at. And at the end of this, I have a special thank you. Thank you for watching. A little message. That'll be in the timestamps too. Bye, guys. Okay. All right, Scrafty and T-Tar is totally how I'm going to lead this time. And because of that, I think I want Excadrill in the back. Let me just see. You know what? No Excadrill. I'm going to bring Braviary and Jellicent. I mean, he has so many special attackers that I feel like Jellicent, it makes it less useful. So I will do this. Interesting outfit. Okay, so it's Whimsicott Togekiss. So I am afraid of the Follow Me on Togekiss. I'm afraid of Follow Me on Togekiss. I guess what we're going to do is we're going to fake out Whimsicott because we have to try. And then we're going to Rock Slide with T-Tar. We're just going to kind of go from there. If he Dynamaxes Togekiss, then my fake out was perfect. And if he doesn't, it's still good. Nice. Oof, okay. Forgot how weak Scrafty is to Fairy, but he did just set off my weakness policy, so I'm intrigued on how much damage this Rockfall is going to do. And I broke the Sash with Scrafty too, so I actually don't hate this. Let's see. Yeah, I actually love to see that. Love to see it, guys. He never gets his Tailwind off. Pretty awesome. You know he's got his fire Pokemon just waiting right now. But you also know they're probably not that fast. So I'll do this. I was thinking about sending in Braviary and setting a Tailwind, and maybe that should have been the play. Maybe I'll regret this. But right now I'm not hating it. I will say that. Alright, I feel like he'll probably Dynamax Charizard right now. Yeah, maybe I should have Dynamax as well, but I just want to wait as long as possible. Oh, he's Dynamaxing Durant. Okay. Well, that makes it a little different, because Durant's not fast, right? Durant can't... I know Durant can't outspeed Excadrill. Can he outspeed T-Tar? Maybe. Okay, Charizard's gone, so that threat's just non-existent. And he's doing a max steal into T-Tar. I mean, it's enough to KO T-Tar, but I think that kind of gives me game. Alright, so it boosts his defense, though, which I do hate to see. But I can either use Excadrill or Braviary to just continuously boost our attack. Okay. Okay, I think I just Earthquake it with Excadrill, and then Braviary, I will just continue to boost attack. It's been an awesome stream. I'm about to end it. If you want to say goodbye or anything, come to chat now. Now would probably be the time to say goodbye, but everyone that was here, Ziggs, Quentin, Beatriz, Matt, I think Lewis, Arpic, Chris, Boom Clasher, everyone that came in the raid earlier. It's just awesome that you guys are all here, and thank you so much. Okay. Okay. I think Yeah, I think I just keep going after the Durant. Alright, he does change pace and go after the Excadrill, which is what I was hoping he would do. So he does that, and he probably was thinking I was going to max guard with my Braviary, but I am not. So it looks like with a great strategy, we were able to get the win with this team, guys. So that's going to double boost attack again. You love to see it. And we'll take those wins. We will take those. Sorry I wasn't active in the chat. I skipped these last 2 generations. I'm trying to learn all these Pokemon. Bro, it's all good, man. It's completely all good. That is a win. All right, get it. We did it, guys. I'll have the video showcasing all these teams. Okay, all right. Oh, okay, we're going up against Trick Room, which is honestly fine. I think we just lead Arcanine and Lapras, and then switch into the Gothitelle if we need to. I'm not really going to be trying to KO anything here. So I'm more just going to be trying to do Parasong. I want to show you guys how to win with Parasong with this team. Winston needs his water. Happy boy. Happy boy needs his water. Okay. No, he's fine. Okay, Psychic Surge. That means I can't use Fake Out, which is a big part of this team. But we expected him to lead in DD, so that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch into Gothitelle. And go ahead and do a turn 1 Parasong. And having Gothitelle in is basically going to trap both of his Pokemon in. He's good. I'm letting him adjust to the temperature. He'll go in shortly. I think after this battle I'm going to let him in, actually. Got a new fishy, guys. He's very cute. Okay. I mean, they kind of fell right into my trap. He can't switch out. He can't do anything. He can try to attack me, but I'm going to get a double protect right here. Okay. We're all just going to use protect, I guess. It's all good. It's all good. We'll swap the Arcanine in. Why not? No one has to donate, though. That's why I'm like, you'll never see me talk about it unless someone does it out of nowhere. In which case, of course, I will thank them profusely. So basically, we just turned off the Trick Room that they just worked so hard to turn on. They're turning it on again now, too. And look, guys, we haven't even done a single attack, and we're going to win this game. It's pretty awesome. And now, once their lead 2 Pokemon are gone, there's nothing they can do. There's literally nothing they can do. Because Togekiss is just going to use Follow Me. And Lapras is going to get a Perish Song off. And they can't switch out, you know? They can't turn off the Perish Song now. So, you love to see it. That's how this team works, guys. That is the power of Perish Trap. So, our opponent will probably just quit here, but I'm really glad you guys got to see this team on full display, doing what it does best with the Perish Song. Trying to flex that shiny Togekiss. And that big old clown nose. Alright, so we just do a Follow Me here, guys. And another Perish Song. He Dynamaxes here. He really, really has to Dynamax. But because he Dynamaxes, he can't attack Lapras. His only chance of attacking Lapras was using a Dazzling Gleam. He's just going to go right into our Togekiss. Yep, he was going after that Lapras. The Drain Punch, he was going after the Lapras for sure. But no luck today, sir. And guys, you can win an entire battle without even using an attack, like a real attack. All I've done is protect, Follow Me, and switching in and switching out. So right here, why attack when they're guaranteed to die in 3 turns anyways? You know what I mean? Weapons. So we're down to what, 2 now? Nice, love to see it. I guess we'll just Hydro Pump the Conkeldurr. Might as well do something, right? And then we protect again next turn. So beautiful. That did a nice little chunk. Okay. And we're gonna get through this without even Dynamaxing, guys. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So, yeah, you can see why this team is good. It is a good team. Again, guys, if you want this rental code, they'll all be up in my rental code video that's on Saturday. Would I consider Decidueye good? Yeah, you can make any Pokemon good if you build the right team around them. Why is he using Protect? You have to attack. You have no choice but to attack. What are you doing? Hilarious, hilarious. But yeah, no, you can make this Decidueye good for sure. I think its hidden ability is very good. Oh, I forgot to switch out Lapras. Doesn't matter. Win's a win. Alright, so that's 2 out of 5 teams. Oh, I know this team. Alright, so we just want to go after the Malamar. What is Malamar weak to? I gotta double check. I know he's weak to Dark. I don't really have Dark. Oh, he's weak to Bug? Okay, perfect. So let's lead with Butterfree. Butterfree Bronzong with Rhyperior in the back. Honestly, I like leading Butterfree Charizard just because I'm insane. So we'll do that. But if he does lead Eldegoss Malamar, which is 99%, yep, we should be in good shape. We should be. So we'll see if this works. All right. Yo, Night Stream. You got it, Quentin. You got it, homie. Welcome to the stream, bro. Everyone smash that like button on the way in. We're G-Max and Butterfree turn 1. Because why not? Hopefully, like, he's not doing, like, something like that tricks me. I'm pretty sure I've got this. Yeah. That actually boosts Malamar's speed. All right, so Butterfree can't be flinched is the good news, because it's Dynamaxed. So you do love to see it. Nice. Eldegoss is poisoned. Wait. How did he put Butterfree asleep? Oh, because I'm a bug type, not a grass type, I guess. Wow. Yeah. I guess that technically works. Sandstream, hate to see it. Hate to see it. Sure, why not? Okay. Thank you. Hey, Beard of Zeus, welcome to the stream. Start big. Thanks for the promotion of the stream in the stream. Love to see it. I genuinely appreciate that. Thank you so much. We got 6,000 views on today's video, guys. You can't lie about that. You do love to see that. I did, but good advice. It is good advice. Wait, dude, what? Hit that like button and sub. Alright, so the good news is we're going to decrease T-Tar's speed for our Pokemon in the back. Which we definitely wanted to do that, so that's great. Butterfree stays asleep, which kind of sucks. That's going to be super effective on whoever he goes after. He goes after the Charizard. Broke the like button. Now it doesn't work anymore. Love to see it, guys. Love to see people breaking that like button. I'm gonna try to get a Trick Room off with Bronzong. We'll see how this works. Butterfree's gone. Unfortunate. So the question is, can he one-shot Bronzong with a Max Quake? Max, or with a Max Darkness. Okay, my Berry's gonna let me take that a little better, but still, a Dynamax T-Tar. Oh, we take that. We take that. Okay, cool. Sick. Okay. All right, let's protect through one turn on Rhyperior. And body press Duraludon. Okay, cool. I'm wondering if Duraludon is now choice spec'd into Thunderbolt. Probably not. It's probably Life Orb, but still. Okay, he didn't even go after Rhyperior, so it's like whatever, but... Okay. His Dynamax is over now, right? Okay, Earthquake, come to the rescue, my friend. Earthquake! We need you, buddy. Hopefully I can one-shot the Duraludon. I don't know if I can, but we'll see. There we go. Love to see it, guys. So that's interesting that T-Tar is slower than me. Okay, I set off his weakness policy, though. Which you hate to see it. Especially if he's slower than me. We'll have to go for it here and see what happens. We either win or we lose. Oh, I think that's a win. I think that's a win. That's a GG to our opponent. And that's why this team is good, guys. Because me going into it blind, never having used it before, can just come in and just grab a win. Against a pretty good opponent. Alright, so the Mimikyu scares me a bit. Alright, we can't bring Glaceon here. We just straight up can't. Well, actually, do I want to bring Duraludon? I kind of want to bring Duraludon, yeah. Ooh, but I really, really want to bring Haxorus, just because I can Earthquake that Toxtricity if he tries to bring it for Draco. Alright, so let's try this. I love Haxorus, guys. I love it when I get to bring Haxorus. I look for excuses to bring my Haxorus. Alright, let's go! Lucario and Mimikyu. Okay, I was actually kind of expecting this low-key. Because we can just Tailwind and Heat Wave to get the first attack off and break the Mimikyu's disguise. Oh, it's beat up, guys. He's gonna beat up his own Lucario. I just realized. I realized it too late. The Mimikyu knows beat up, I'm sure. So he'll one-shot my Togekiss. And then I'll have to bring something out to deal with that. Oh, it's very defensive invested as well, which makes sense because it can get a +4 attack from Mimikyu right away. Yeah. So I'm just trying to think. I guess I have to bring the Haxorus because I need a Dynamax to try to take out this Lucario, right? And if I Dynamax Dracovish, it's kind of a waste. So I think I Moonblast the Mimikyu with the Whimsicott and Dynamax Duraludon, but I don't know if Duraludon has anything that Lucario's weak to. That's like my only issue. Oh wow, he goes after the Whimsicott that is Focus Sashed. That's actually amazing. Okay, so because he did that, it literally kind of saves everything. I can just go Moonblast into Mimikyu, and then I can Dynamax, Max Flare, Lucario. I'm so... How did he... I don't... Maybe he thought it was eject button, Whimsicott, and he didn't want to get ejected. Oh, man. The poor guy. Alright. Okay, he Shadow Sneaks the Whimsicott, which is smart. Man, that's such a bulky Lucario. Okay. Now, if Togekiss survives this hit... No, I think I still go right after it. Ugh. Yeah. Doesn't matter if I survive or not, because I don't survive. It's +4. I should have seen that coming with the Mimikyu. I know that Sly combo. You know, you always see Whimsicott Lucario, but whenever I see a Mimikyu next to Lucario, I'm just as hyper aware that that's what it could be. Alright, so we go Dracovish, Haxorus. I'm really upset that my Dracovish doesn't have Protect, because I would really like to get an Earthquake off with Haxorus. So I think we just Vicious Rend in Lucario, and then we also... I think I have to double up, because it's plus defense, right? Haxorus is faster, so if Haxorus is enough to kill it on its own, he will. Alright, at least we got rid of the Lucario. Is a Dragon Tail set annoying? For you or for your opponent? It can definitely be quite annoying. I can confirm that. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so he's got the Gyarados. So we definitely want to go after that with the Haxorus. Or actually, you know what? Rock Slide? Oh, I'm choiced in. Okay, so we go after the Mimikyu. Trying to think what's more powerful. Vicious Rend? I think Vicious Rend into Gyarados being not very effective is actually better. No, we want to Vicious Rend the Mimikyu, and Iron Tail Gyarados, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I'm so surprised he did not Shadow Sneak with Mimikyu. Oh, wow, I'm so happy he just missed his attack. Thank you, lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Oh, and Arcanine's out? I mean, if he knows what's good for him, he'll protect, but still. Intimidate. Okay, he gets that off. You hate to see it. Okay. Oh no, the Focus Sash Arcanine sucks. Alright, so we probably lose right here. Oh, okay. Somehow Dracovish survives the close combat. Okay, Ice Beam and Haxorus. That's definitely a KO, right? Yeah. Are you streaming tomorrow? I want to give away a few things. You can give away things on in my chat anytime you want. You can't give away things to me. I don't accept them. But you don't have to give me anything. Just being in the chat and watching the stream, like, that's giving me. So that's all I want. That's all I want. So thank you so much. Okay, the sunlight's gone, which means Vicious Rend is going to start doing some decent damage, even though it's Gyarados. So yeah, we'll see. We could actually win this game. Literally. That's wow. We'll take it. It counts. That's a win. That's the reason oh, this is my team! Alright, this is a straight up Trick Room team, guys, with Clefable and Dusclops. I think we just send Jellicent and Conkeldurr out to counter it. And then they're either going to bring Toxapex or Snorlax. They're probably going to bring Toxapex, so I'll have Duraludon in the back. And if they do bring Snorlax, boom, I'll already have Conkeldurr. They have Haxorus, I'll have Togekiss. Yeah, no, I don't really like Togekiss on this team, to be fair. No, I think Togekiss is still probably the best. Okay. They're leading Dusclops and Haxorus, which is not what you want to do with this team, so I'm very curious. Very, very curious. All right, let's go. It's probably gonna max Quake into the Togekiss, which is fine. Stream Sniper? Probably not. If they take a really long time to select this move, though, they might be. Oh, okay, that was actually pretty good. I'm gonna use the Stream Snipe blocker just in case. Just in case. Alright. Oh, he's going to Iron Tail into the Togekiss. Interesting. We take those. Alright. We'll get the Drain Punch off. So now his fast Pokemon is off the board, and that's what I wanted, so that's great. And we saved our Jellicent, too, which is just kind of awesome. And he's doing a Will-O-Wisp on Togekiss right now, which is crazy, because that's a special attacker, and it's obviously a special attacker. So I don't know which way is up. Snorlax. Beautiful. What a beautiful boy. Okay, we'll yawn on the Dusclops. Well, we Drain Punch the Snorlax. I think that's pretty safe. And like, judging by how quickly they chose their move when I didn't block the stream, that's what makes me feel like it's Stream Sniper. But it's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right. His berry's gone. Oh, he uses Recycle. Okay, that's fine. All right, here's the counter to that. I wonder if he brought the Toxapex too. That's kind of my number one question. All right, he withdrew the Dusclops. He had to. He did bring the Toxapex. What a guy. What a guy. All right. Just kidding. I do know what I'm doing. So now we know, guys. Yeah, Baneful Bunker. We knew that was going to happen. We know he has to switch out the Dusclops. So, it's like a free hit on his Snorlax right there. You're hunting for Shiny G-Max Kingler? Good luck. Good luck with that. Just kidding. We're not doubling up into Snorlax. That was in case they were stream sniping. Never stream snipe. It is very, very bad. It makes you do foolish things like exactly what I tell you to do. They're probably not a stream sniper. Let's be honest. But it makes it more exciting for me. My narrative, if I believe they are. Legend Kid 828. Boom raid. Love to see it. Who's coming in? Who's raiding? Chris Cross, the Realist Carnage Gaming. Thank you for coming in with the boom raid. Love to freaking see it, man. Absolutely love to see it. Okay. Toxapex, you stockpile. That's going to do you no good. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Here, yeah, Boom's been a mod here for a while, man. We are OGs. Okay, taking out the Toxapex. Not a bad decision. Can't blame them for it. All right. So that's a -2 attack Snorlax. And just like we thought, guys, it does literally nothing. So you definitely love to see it. All right, so I think do a Max Lightning into that, and we'll do a Shadow Ball into that. We'll see what happens. I don't really know. Interesting to you? Definitely, you know, check them out. Yes, yes, you put Toxapex into that slot. That's what you want. That is what. Is he Dynamaxing Dusclops? No way. Oh my god, guys. He's Dynamaxing Dusclops. He's actually doing it. Click, click, boom. Oh, Ziggs is here. I didn't even realize Ziggs was here. Yes, we got that pesky Toxapex off the board, guys. And now we'll just weaken his Snorlax to the point where it's like completely worthless. Oof, I bought all my shinies off eBay. Lamau, Ziggs, Lamau. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got a stream sniper in the building. Alright, one more hit and Dusclops is dead. So, that's how this team works, guys. That's why this team is good. Love to see it. Jellicent just keep getting full health every time that Snorlax lets us lower its attack. Can't even use Darkest Light. That Snorlax is so useless now. So funny. Yeah, he could like literally have infinite PP of every move and he still couldn't kill this Jellicent. So that's why we like Jellicent. It's so funny that neither one of us ever did a Trick Room. He actually would have had a huge advantage if he ever did Trick Room. But that's fine by me. Yo, I love MySpace. Go to MySpace every day. You've been here for like an hour. I've just been on Showdown, rebuilding a team. The new OU is ridiculous. Nice. Yep, so they quit. So that's how that team works. They knew that they had no chance against Jellicent. So I'll show you the next team now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. That concludes this month's battle guide, guys. Top 5 teams with the rental codes and Pokepaste, IVs, EVs, all included. I hope you enjoyed the video. The reason that I actually decided to continue making these videos was because of how much people appreciated the first one. It takes a lot of effort to put all these together, to put it together, to break the teams down, to edit everything. It takes a lot of time, but people really appreciated the first one, so I'm happy to keep doing it. So look for more of these every month, guys. I'll do 5 new teams. Also, what's behind me right now, guys, is every Sunday I host a competitive tournament. The rules are always different. This week, it's just kind of standard doubles rules. You can see right there. But to join the tournament, all you have to do is go into your game, go to competition, go to online competitions, search friendly competitions, and search that code right there. If you look at my past tournaments that I've held on Sundays, if you go to my past live streams, there's instructions on how to do that in case you need it to be more clear. But yeah, come by, guys. You can test some of these teams. Unfortunately, rental teams are never allowed in tournaments, no matter what. There's no way I can allow them. It's just the game won't allow rental teams, so you will have to bring your own team. But at least we have the Pokepaste today, so you can bring those teams that you used. Top 10 in my tournament always gets a shiny Pokemon as a prize. First and second get multiple shiny Pokemon. And if you do come in the top 10, you just take a screenshot of your placement and send it to me on Discord. Definitely check out the Discord as well. And look forward to my other live streams. I want to do something special when I get 100 Twitter followers. So follow me on Twitter. I just made that. I did a thing. Hopefully you guys like my thing that I did, which is my Twitter. And thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this in the future and this tournament's over, I probably have another one coming up. So like, subscribe, go to my community tab. That's where I put all the detail of these tournaments. And again, thank you so much. Consider subscribing, consider dropping a like. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.